ASTI stock, Ascent Solar Technologies Inc. It closed the session of the 8th of September 2021 at $0.0152, a volume of 19.592 million shares that crossed the tape during that session. We have a position in ASTI stock. We have to indicate that. Float is 18.946 billion. Market cap 287 million. But the float is 6.5 billion shares. So the news out there is that they have received the first tranche of their $10 billion funding. And the second one will come at the end of this year, 2021. And the CEO of the company, Victor Lee, said, considering the extraordinary challenges the company faced in 2020, he believes that this investment is a strong vote of confidence in the management team of the company, as well as the overall value potential of Ascent Solar. He went on to say he also believes it is a testament to their diligent focus on the restructuring and recapitalization of the company, which has allowed for funding such as this to be made possible and should allow for future opportunities to unveil themselves. So moving on, we can see what's going on with the stock. It's been moving sideways for the best part of the best part of or close to 2 months now. It's been moving sideways, and as a matter of fact, if not even bearish at the same time as well. But the long-term moving average, the 200-day moving average, is still very much bullish. So we can see here the MACD is bearish as well. Momentum not so strong at all. Unbalanced volume indicator definitely has the negative slope. 14 period slow stochastic oscillator tracking momentum as well is also indicating the stock is oversold. RSI is bearish as well, approaching the oversold territory as well. So the volumes we have here, okay, for the last 10 days we have 19.404 million shares, just roughly up within the range of what we had for that last session. And then the 90-day volume is about 41.547 million shares. So since we have 6.5 billion shares floated, you can see that the participation at the moment for ASTI stock is very poor, But even with all of that, the 10-day volatility stands at 377.52%. What does that tell you? We are dealing with very low volumes, but the volatility is quite high. So by certain metrics, it doesn't have a wholesome. Its movements are not exactly that wholesome. At the same time, it hasn't been that. Even though the volatility is at 377.52%, it doesn't come with the volumes. So we would prefer to see this sort of volatility with high volumes, volumes close to at least or over 60% of the entire float. We're not seeing that right now. So what does that tell you? It tells you that you can imagine that when the volumes increase and start to approach 50%, volatility is going to be exceedingly higher than what we have right now. So it has that potential. So what it also means is that right now people are not getting involved. Maybe it is also time to recalculate and entrench your position or exit your position. You decide what it's going to be. So the opportunity is there right now. Things are very much quiet. They're not keen on ASTI stock at the moment, but they will always come back because there's always money to be made in every stock. Okay, so the readout here says that it appears to be in a bearish medium-term trend within a longer-term uptrend. Although the 200-day moving average is rising and bullish, the MACD is bearish. It's like in the S&P 500. Then the momentum is based on the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is bearish, and it is below 20, the level which many analysts call oversold. It implies that investors have been actively selling shares and driving the price lower. They have not been selling shares in huge in huge tranches. They have been selling them in small amounts. That's why we haven't seen the stock gap downwards. It has just been moving sideways gradually, and also getting bearish gradually as well. The unbalanced global indicator is bearish. The slope of the indicator is negative and suggests that there is a lack of buying interest. So moving on, what can we see? The quantitative analysis is that the stock is not trading within any of its one standard deviation ranges, one standard deviation trading ranges for 10-day, 20-day, and 50-day. So it's trading below all of those trading ranges. You can see that it's at 0.0152. This is the range for the 10-day. This is the range for the 20-day. This is the range for the 50-day. It is trading beneath all of these trading ranges. It's just a validation that the stock is definitely bearish. Validation that it's trading at a discount to its short and intermediate moving averages. So it is also at times like this that you have the time to consider what you're doing with ASTI, whether you're leaving it or you're buying more or not. Okay, so currently, yes, we have been seeing lower lows, gradually moving lower lows and lower highs, but it has a pattern. It has a history of inching up as well. It has that history. Not long ago, just a few weeks ago, it does inch up. So see what you make of ASTI stock, and we'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.